Hello and happy Tuesday, first Tuesday in December. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. Mark and Jeff here with your weekly Q&A and all about living in South Carolina. If you've never joined us before, thanks for tuning in from your living room and TVs and tablets and phones and all of that stuff. We appreciate you inviting us into your Tuesday night or whenever you're watching this. We have a lot of people that watch this later in the week on Saturday and Friday nights and all that. So hopefully it's informational to you. And Jeff, I looked at the weather here coming up, and I
Nope. We're not going to weather already.
I don't think I see a day already in 10 or 12 days that I can wear shorts.
We're going to go talk about how you abandoned me for 2 lives in a row. And thank God Mark Klim is back.
Well, I thought I was maybe replaced. Andrea did so well last week that maybe you wouldn't.
Andrea did great. Nope, Andrea did great. But listen, every time I cover for you, I have a whole new. I'm impressed by what you do. Like what y'all don't realize, there's a lot going on behind the scenes here. He's clicking on this and clicking on that. And, I've done it 3 times by myself. And 2 of the 3 times we had disasters. First one, the old lady bra commercial came on live on the one night. And then last week we were somehow putting a signal out in 2 different formats. So some people were only seeing Andrea and I's arms.
But that wasn't your fault. That was me trying something new, and I shouldn't have done that to you. And
I was the man on the button. I'm just saying, I'm glad you're back.
So I'm a little depressed that we don't have a shorts day, except maybe Thursday the 11th here.
It was miserable today. It was like 55 and rainy all day today.
Yeah, that was supposedly it was a high of 58, and it looks like tomorrow night's going to be down to 35. And maybe Sunday night too, and then Monday you might be opening the shelter. I think.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, it's not very South Carolina weather right now. We had some people in today from up in Massachusetts and Maine or New England or something, and I feel like we let them down because they were in town touring houses and it was miserable today.
Yeah, but then she showed us the picture on her phone from her driveway cam that it was snowing at her house. So I didn't feel
got
bad.
Some of those pictures on my phone from Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's got some good snow going on.
So I put out a short today on the Livin Carolina channel where it showed somebody on Facebook showing somebody shoveling snow and then nice and sunny below it. And Sharon said, I was going to share that video because I thought it was good. But then I looked outside and I said, maybe I'll share it tomorrow.
Yeah, when we actually have sun here.
Well, we actually have sun. Yeah.
Well, as it turns off, today, the rain today, I headed home from the office today at about 1:00.
Yeah.
Until an hour ago, I was working on some negotiations for a house that we're representing that Dwayne was working on. I had a mid-afternoon 4 or 5 hour break today. I watched some Friday Night Lights. I've gotten into it's not a new show. I think it's an older show because there's like 5 seasons out on something or other. Did you ever watch Friday Night Lights?
There used to be, like back in the early 2000s, there used to be something on TV that sounded like that, but I think what you watched is newer than that.
I don't think it was. The cars don't look like they're from that far back. There was the Friday Night Lights movie.
Yeah.
And then this show came out after that. It's none of the same characters as the movie, but I'm kind of getting into it. I blew through a couple episodes this afternoon.
Nice. Sully says rainy weather just in time for my visit later this week. Well, hopefully it'll warm up a little bit. I mean, I think we're going to be all right, except for Saturday. Friday and Saturday look like rain and showers. Mike says, good evening, gentlemen. Mike and Becky from Crofton, Maryland. How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well.
Hello.
Pat and Peg on from Summerwing Crossing. What's up, guys? Wes and Heidi are on. #Horizons. And is that snowy Connecticut?
Well, that's stormy Connecticut at least.
Stormy, yeah. Ken says, "Hey everyone, food truck here tonight. Gorditas Loca. I've never eaten that one. Have you eaten that one?"
No, I don't. Okay, so Locust, I think, is crazy, right? I think
it's got to be Mexican food truck, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think so. There are a bunch of good food trucks here. That is something kind of cool about this area is a lot of food trucks rolling around. A lot of times they'll do. My neighborhood is always on the weekends, but I do notice that some of the 55s have it during the week. So like every Tuesday, every Wednesday, Thursday, something like that, there'll be different food trucks. Now, Carnes is big enough that sometimes when they have food trucks here, they have 2 or 3 different ones. So they'll have like a dinner one and a sweet one and like a beverage one. So they'll have multiple food trucks sometimes.
Because of the 25 different subsections in Cane Bay, I think there's one every night in one of the subsections, except maybe Monday night.
Oh,
I think it starts like Tuesday night and goes on.
You could just roll over to any of them. It doesn't have to be in your subsection. That's good. Oh, hold on. Look, we got the star of the show here.
So Jeffrey asked me to come in and crash the party.
Yeah, because I wanted her to tell you what she walked up to me today with. First of all, she's got readers now. She's finally said, "Okay, I'm done." And at the same time, she's showing me these.
Of him for his.
She hands me my newly delivered AARP magazine at the same time.
We're getting very old. And shout out to Dollar Tree, by the way.
Honey, Mark said you didn't do so good last week, by the way.
That is not what I said. That is not.
Mark's impossible to please.
He said he had to come back and do this tonight because you were really bad last week.
I clearly said at the beginning, I am no Mark Klim. So
you did great. Let me one right there. Thank you, baby.
If you need my readers, I got them right here.
I got my number 2s right here. Wait, what number did you get, by the way?
By the way, Cheetah's here.
Cheetah.
I guess you can't see.
No, you can't see Cheetah.
I only need ones.
Oh, ones? Let me see what ones look like.
Not gonna work. Jeff's about to go to 3s.
Yeah, right.
At least you're not.
I'll bring my AARP magazine tomorrow.
At least you're not as bad as me. I have to wear a prescription all day, every day.
Yeah, at least that's true. I don't know. My doctor did give me. He wrote a prescription for me when about a year ago, and I did get them made. And he said, "You're kind of borderline. You don't need them yet." But I wanted to get them anyway just for driving and see how they were. But I didn't notice enough of a difference that I haven't gone there yet full time, but I will eventually.
Stephanie said, "Did you see the phase 2 home models in Summerwing Crossing? Massive square feet." Yeah, so they just rolled out one of the new models. I think it was last Saturday while I was gone. And I did have to go get video of that for somebody else. So now that they've rolled that out, I can probably share that video, or we'll go do another video. But I actually had their site pulled up because I was going to show they had a couple of specs, but they got the Haven. That's almost up to 2,900 square feet. The Eden's
what do you mean almost up to? I mean, that's almost 3,000 square foot when you put the second story on.
Yeah. 3,500 square feet in the Eden, 3,500 square feet in the Unity, 3,800 square feet. And a lot of people are saying, well, I thought you guys said, hey, this is a 55 targeted. Well, some people want the second story. We're seeing that even in Del Webb and Four Seasons and, everywhere else. So it's not just this community that is doing the.
I mean, our client today that we were talking to that is, they were talking about building in Del Webb and putting the second story on because they were wanting it for a craft room.
Mm-hmm.
And I respected her honesty because she's like, yeah, my craft room ain't so neat sometimes, so it's best off it be upstairs. I should have had her walk into my office. She would have felt really good about herself if she came in my office.
Right. So Joe, so Stephanie, I mean, we'll have some more videos coming out as they build those, since we haven't seen those new models except for that one that they have pretty much built over in Model Row there. But let us know if you need any specific information on any of those. Joy and Brian on from Long Island.
Long Island.
Snow, right? They getting snow. Vic
Oh,
and
yeah,
Lori
it has to.
said snowy New York, so I'm assuming. I'll take 55 in rain. Sure beats 35 in rain. I agree, Mike. I agree.
You know, Mike, I was thinking about that because my one daughter got her full license last week, and I'm really glad my girls aren't having to be learning to drive in snow.
Oh yeah. Remember when we had to learn to drive in snow?
Yeah.
That was awful.
I did have 2 accidents because of snow. One was my fault because I was doing donuts in a parking lot and lost control of my car. Let's call that the idiot 16-year-old Jeff.
Okay.
And the other one was I was coming over a hill and the snow, the roads were all covered, and there was a really old guy that probably shouldn't have been driving. And he was in the 3rd lane, and it was a 4-lane road. So he was in my lane coming at me. I just touched my brakes. I went sideways, and we got T-boned. My friend Dave put his head through the windshield or through his window, and then we're sitting in the hospital, and we're in the waiting room, and Dave just starts giggling for no reason. I'm like, I think something's really wrong with Dave. We probably need to get him seen. Yeah, he had a concussion.
Oh. Joe and Rose from Horizons finally. Hope you guys are loving it over there. Abigail. Abby's not feeling so well tonight, Jeff.
Oh, really?
A little bit of a cough. You know, that post-cruise sickness.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That is the one thing with cruises, but somebody always comes home with the plague.
Yeah.
That being said, when are we going on a cruise?
Right. Mike and Tracy reporting from Tidewater. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing good.
Sure.
6 inches in Pocono Lake, Pennsylvania. 6 inches, Jeff.
Yep.
Oh, Bob got his golf cart delivered from Joe's today. I'm sure he
nice.
is loving that.
Yeah. Although not really golf cart weather, is it?
Well, I mean, you'd be out on yours today.
Well, I might go do I had some neighbors ask me for the video that Andrew and I did a few years back of all the Christmas lights around Carnes. There was a lot less houses in Carnes then, so I might go. I actually posted it today on our travel channel. What's the name of my travel channel, Mark?
Gregg Getaways.
Gregg Getaways. Yeah, if you go look at Gregg Getaways, Andrew and I do a little travel channel thing. But I posted it today. I think I'm going to go back out and do another video this year on all the Christmas lights. And I usually do that in the golf cart. So I'll be waiting for the first evening that's, 60 some degrees, and then we'll go out and do it. Yeah.
Glad you got your golf cart. And Bob is moving his flight so he can come to our client event. So we appreciate that, Bob.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, Bob, that's awesome.
Tony, what's up, man?
Hey, bro.
New Jersey weather for sure. I agree with that. Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
Ken said it is a Mexican truck. Okay. Mike says we walked the new model in Summerville on Sunday. The kitchen is huge, 3 slider doors, incredible second level outside. That loft on that second level is huge, like huge. Massive.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. It's really nice.
I'll tell you what, you load one of them things up, it's going to be getting up there in price with the, you do the second floor, you put them big triple sliders in and do all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Edna says, I flew back to Pennsylvania to hit the cold weather. I missed the delivery of our cart today, but I did have fun test driving and picking it out with Bob. Well, I'm glad that he at least let you help pick it out, Edna. I figured he might have done that himself. That's how he got it so quick.
If you need us to address any attitudes he has here while you're out of town, you let us know. We got you covered.
Philip, what's up, Phil? That's my
Phil.
son, Philip. He's saying hi to Abby. New model in summer was priced at $790,000. Get out of here.
Yeah.
No snow on Long Island today, just an inch or so of rain. Okay. Must have been south enough to not to deal with it. Lance, of course. Speaking of food, one of our clients from New Jersey gave Woodhaven over in Nexton a huge stamp of approval as being legit New Jersey style pizza. The owner's from New Jersey and has apparently figured out the secret to using Summerville water to make the pies. Okay.
Mama Gregg went there. She liked it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I just don't like New Jersey pizza. It didn't hit.
Mark, be careful what you say with the people on this live. They might.
I know. I don't know what it is. It was just different. I'm not. I guess I'm used to cheap pizza now down here in South Carolina. not good pizza.
You don't want bougie pizza.
Yeah. Stephanie said 800K, and she said the Monk's Corner light drive-through was great. I'm glad she brought that up because I was going to bring that up.
Yeah. Stephanie, it's so nice because there's like, I'm guessing there was very little, if any, traffic because they don't get too busy there, but it's awesome. It's well worth the trip to Monk's Corner to do it.
Yeah, so it runs from the November 28th through December 30th, except for Christmas Eve and Christmas. And here's some previous pictures and all. What time is it? Is it times on here? No times. But we did a video on this a while back.
5:30 or 6, I would think.
Yeah, as soon as it gets dark, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had that up, and then the holiday festival lights crashed on me. So the James Island one is going on right now too. I was going to mention those when we did the December stuff coming on.
James Island one is big. You just don't want to go on a weekend. It's just it's just too busy.
And it's far. It's kind of far.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
I'm on Tony's naughty list. After that pizza comment, you're on the naughty list.
I knew you were going to get in trouble.
Thanks, Jeff. I knew I could count on you. He went last week and looked at them, but waited for me to try them out and figure it out what I like to. I guess after 35 years married, I still count. Look at that.
Well, we've met you, so we get it. You're kind of a keeper.
All right. What do you want to get into tonight? I think that's all our comments. Let's get into our December events since we already started talking about that. We got the list from let me do this version instead of that version. There we go. So December events, Christmas at Drayton Hall. So you've got a pass to Magnolia.
Yep.
But I guess Drayton has a Christmas thing going on from December 5th through the 7th. So that's
never been there.
Yeah, it's like right next door to Magnolia Plantation.
I know. I know. I've never been there. It's a terrible. You move to a town like this, and there's just so much touristy stuff to go do, and you get overwhelmed when you first move here because you've got so many options. And then I went to Magnolia before Drayton, and I liked Magnolia so much. Now it's my known quantity, so I just know I like Magnolia, so I've just been going back there. Who knows? Drayton might be amazing, and if I went there, I might switch over my alliance.
Well, look at this. If you go, you should go on the 7th because you can go do the oyster roast and then do the Christmas on the same day.
I'm down with the oyster roast, but it is not Andrea's thing. She does not do seafood.
I like cooked oysters. I do not like raw oysters.
Yeah, I prefer the cooked ones. I've done the raw oysters. It was almost just because it seemed like it was the right thing to try at the restaurant we were at,
Yeah. There's a holiday market in Marion Square. Looks like every weekend up until Christmas.
Lots of good Charleston-y Christmas stuff there. I've seen that.
There's another oyster roast at Firefly Distillery. Santa brunch cruise on the Charleston Princess. That's the one we rented for a client event a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, Santa wasn't on that one.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
If there's any kids in the room, parents, please go mute or block the sound.
Turn down the volume.
Yeah, turn the volume. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I was Santa Claus for years up in Pittsburgh.
Did you like doing that?
I loved it until one day. In our fire department at Berkeley Hills, they would Santa Claus would go drive around and throw candy to all the kids. And there was this one neighborhood where the kids started firing the candy back at Santa Claus.
No way.
I'm like, who does that? You know, rats.
Did you put them on the naughty list?
I wanted to open up the deck gun and light them up, but the chief wouldn't let me.
You probably would have froze everything.
Yeah, it was cold. I tell you what, that's a whole new level of cold sometimes when you're riding around on the top of a fire truck for about 6 straight hours in the winter in Pittsburgh. You could die. It was cold.
The Pack Center has Grinch musical, holiday parade of boats in the Charleston Harbor.
That's cool to see.
Yeah,
I've never seen it live, but I've seen pictures.
Yeah, me too. Charleston Nutcracker. So one year I was trying to find tickets for the Nutcracker for Sharon. I couldn't find it anywhere. And now they have 2 of them. They have one after Christmas and one 19th through the 21st. So
it's just not my thing. It was so nice of one of my employees. They got us tickets to the Nutcracker in Pittsburgh one time. I'd rather get a paper cut on my eyelid now. It was just like 2 hours of my life I can never get back. Such a sweet move from my employee, but still, it was just terrible. It's just not my thing.
Gina says she likes the oysters raw with hot sauce.
I think that's how a lot of people do eat them.
That's my mom. Let's see. Sounds of the Season and Charleston Symphony Holiday Pops are in town on the 20th too. Well, I guess not in town because they're always here, but couple other things.
One that's not on here that my family's been to, and we're not going to go this year because Riley really wanted to go, but I just couldn't find time to, during the week it's too busy till the kids get off school, and our weekends are pretty packed. We got the girls' birthday parties coming up this weekend. My girls are turning 16. Next weekend, we've got our client thing where we rented the whole movie theater for Elf. But there's a Christmas show every year. Marantz, I think, is the name of the couple that runs it, and it's just like a variety show at the Charleston Music Hall. And we've been down to that probably 3, 4, 5 times. It's always fun. And then up in Myrtle Beach, if you're in Myrtle over Christmas, they do the same kind of thing. At the I forget what it's called.
The Dolly Parton thing?
No, not the Dolly Parton thing. It's up at the Barefoot Landing up in North Myrtle.
Oh, okay.
Whatever that
Alabama
big
Theater
is. I think that's it. Alabama Theater.
Yeah.
Their Christmas show. We've done that a few times. It's a lot of fun. We go up for a weekend a couple times and did that.
Mike says I prefer the Nutcracker with hot sauce too. Something other than ballet.
Yes.
Ridiculous. All right, let's go. Let's hit on numbers this week.
Are we guessing this week?
Huh?
Are we guessing this week?
Yeah, we got number for guests.
Okay, good. Because I'm feeling good. I feel strong. I do.
Okay. So holiday buying obviously is a little bit slower from Thanksgiving on. So we're going to see some of the numbers drop a little bit. Only, as you can see, the total number for last week under contract was down 38 to 202, 159 single family homes. Median came down to 500. Obviously, that fluctuates pretty big because, it's not a huge number we're seeing every week. So that's going to fluctuate $100,000 probably.
I've been paying attention to that number every week, and it goes. There's a high week and then a lower week, and then a high week and then a lower week. So like like we said, I think if you looked at it over the course of 8 weeks, it would be pretty static. But
yeah,
it's such a big swing when you're just looking at one. It's kind of scary when you first look at it.
Like, whoa, what happened? The Charleston market is crashing.
The end of the world.
Yeah. Condos, townhomes, 32. Mortgage rates went up a little bit, 6.31 and a 5.92 for a VA. Medians, Summerville went down a little bit. We saw Goose Creek lost about 10 listings, or not listings, but 10 that went under contract. There was like 46 last week, I think. 355 there. Mount Pleasant in downtown are holding their own, though. They're still in the millions. So
again, with the townhouse, look at that, a $4.7 million condo or townhouse. It seems like we've got at least one monster on there every week.
Yeah. There's always at least one over 2.5 million. I'm sure those will be sold out at some point, but and then the homes active on the market went down 131 homes. So we're right over 5,018 to be exact as of this morning. So
okay, here comes not a professional number, just what Jeff thinks.
Okay.
I think that a balanced market, from what I've seen in this area, I feel like is about 3,500 to 4,000 homes on the market.
Okay.
So I feel like when we have over 5,000, we're tipping over towards more of a buyer's market than a seller's market. Would you agree?
I think the balance is probably a little higher, maybe 4,500 instead of 3,500, because we're just really into a buyer's market now, I feel.
Yeah, the last 6 months, I think we've started to kind of go over, and even that's evidenced by we've had. I think I mentioned this last week or the week before, but for the first time in quite a while, we've had builders, new home builders, saying, "Hey, make us an offer."
Yeah,
and some builders that we've never heard that from before. The price is the price; it's not up for discussion. And some of those builders have even said, "Make us an offer."
Nothing wrong with that for the buyers.
Yeah.
All right. How many single family homes that went under contract last week were over 1 million? So as you can see, a total of 159 single family homes went under contract. Of those 159, how many were over 1 million? Type it in the comments, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube or anything. We've already got some answers coming in. Robert says 29. Mike says 25, if that. Jeff says 41. Val says 33. Rose is 35. Peggy's 35. Lance says 37. Did I say yours, Jeff? You said 41, right?
41.
Any more coming in? Anybody else have any?
Can I say that I was going to originally guess 38, and then I moved it up to 41?
Okay.
Just in case that matters.
Ken says 34. All right, let's find the answer. 31 homes over 1 million. 31. So who is the winner?
Well, Val was at 33. Gansky's at 29.
Robin puts in her answer after we put the answer out.
Yeah, it's like you when I think you gave Abigail the answer.
I was driving. How do I give her the answer?
Well, I don't, because you set up the slides before you drove that day.
What do you mean? I was gone for 2 days.
I don't know. When you guys were on the golf trip thing and you set up the slides.
Yeah, but I set those up Friday before I left. How am I supposed to remember that number?
Okay, that's true. I don't remember what you had for dinner tonight, let alone.
Yeah.
I did a crockpot thing tonight.
Robin said totally was before. I don't believe
Yeah, whatever, Robin. We don't believe you.
Lance says no, Jeff. What does that mean?
You want to hear about my crockpot dinner tonight?
Yeah. How was your crockpot?
Chicken breasts and some red sauce and some Alfredo sauce and fresh garlic and some cayenne pepper and some red pepper flakes. And I threw it in since I was home this afternoon, I was home in time to put something on the crock pot. And it was a hit. Everybody really liked it. Oh, and cream cheese.
If you added vodka to that, it would have been like a vodka tomato cream sauce.
Pretty much, yeah. And I put a block of cream cheese in there too. It was good, but I didn't realize I'm new to this whole crock pot thing. I made enough. I gave one of my neighbors stopped by, and I'm like, here, take a whole bowl home to your family, and then there's still food for the kids for lunch for like the rest of the week today. If you want, I'll bring you some for lunch tomorrow. I made a lot.
That's awesome.
Well, there was so much sauce and chicken in it. I put 1 pound of pasta in, and I'm like, that doesn't look right. So I put another pound of pasta in. So I might overdid it.
Let's see here. We got some real estate updates, year-to-date updates. So sales are about the same so far in 2025 as 2024. We're only up 1.5% in transactions versus the same 2024 period. Median sales price is still strong with a 2.3% increase, even though we had about the same sales. Median price for the area is now at $440. So that's pretty close to the number that we saw last week, which was $500.
Yep.
Mortgage rates have moved back under 6.3, which is true. We just saw 6.31, so pretty close. Fed has indicated they're still on track for another rate cut. All of this has been good news for real estate. We've seen a bit of up activity, not this past week, but the couple weeks before that. So that was good news. Economy is still booming. So that Roper Bayou opened that 4-story tower. Expanded.
Oh yeah.
Expanded from 50 to 100 beds. New services include ICU, cardiology. We had somebody asking about that day before yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
How close is it to the horizons over there?
Golf cart ride.
Yeah.
Legally get there by golf cart.
Which is pretty cool. I don't think you could say that about any other place.
No, it's not a common thing. You know what? If I ever do have to go there for something that isn't super emergent, I'm going to take, and I know it's going to be one of my kids doing something stupid. I'm going to take them there by golf cart just so I can say I did take somebody to the hospital by golf. Whoa, why are you so much bigger than me?
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Well, I thought you were trying to send a message there. You're the big dog, and I don't know.
Boeing gained up to 37 plane orders from 3 Central Asian carriers. 27 of the 37 are part of the Dreamliner family, based and assembles at the North Charleston site. It's got a new building coming, 1.2 million square foot, planning to employ another 2,500 people at that. Dreamliner program is the home of the place. And they plan to expand to produce 10 airplanes per month next year. Those are big airplanes.
Monsters.
Yeah.
What's the big fat one that they use to transfer the wings and stuff from Seattle to here? The Dream Lifter, isn't that what it's called?
Oh, yeah.
The Dreamliner is the one that they produce. And the Dream Lifter is this big, looks like it's pregnant plane that flies from Washington back and forth to Charleston all the time. When that thing flies over, it is so crazy to see. I've seen it on the ground a couple of times too. It's enormous.
I don't know how it gets off the ground, to be honest.
Seriously, and it looks, and it's just like the military planes, the big 130s that fly out of Charleston. When they're coming into the airport, it looks like they're moving so slow that they would just fall out of the sky.
Is that the 130 or the C-17?
Maybe 17.
Yeah.
17 probably.
They got a new part of College of Charleston going to be built for student housing. 335 beds, 99 units, amenities including rooftop decks, a pool deck, fitness center, study areas, and ground floor retail. I had no idea there was any place for that. 1.21 acres. It must be like off downtown somewhere.
Well, that or they took down. Well, you know what? I saw them taking down an old building down there. I think they cleared an old building.
Oh, okay.
And replaced it with something.
And then this last one is something new. I didn't know. DRB is going to be building 55 new townhomes at the Navy Yard, Marine Row. They're going to have an on-site office there. 1,600 to 2,000 square feet, which is right near Park Circle. Construction begins in 2026 with homes ready in 2027. That's something new if you want to be near all the action of Park Circle and all that. Are you reading?
Yeah, I'm reading. You could tell when I was quiet for a second, I was rereading something. I didn't know about the DRB townhome, so I was.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right?
I was trying to lock that in there.
All right, so that's all the economical and number news and all that. So last week you went over a bunch of Nexton stuff, and you didn't have time for one of the slides, right?
Yeah, I forgot about one thing. That's potentially a big deal. And so, listen, Mark and I always promise always the good and always the bad. So we got this letter from one of our people that watch on YouTube, and he had been to a builder's update for the Nexton area, and had a lot of great stuff in it that we were like super happy about, like the new red lights and all this stuff going in. But the one thing he said, or it said, was that they're going to try to curb the golf cart travel on Nexton Parkway from Midtown over to like towards Del Webb and the rest of Nexton, which could be a pretty big deal, because that would, although, I was thinking, so is there a way, Mark, is there a road from Midtown and Brighton Park that's not Nexton Parkway? There's not right now, is there?
Not right now. They plan to build like this, let me show you right here. The developer's looking to create a new golf cart specific bridge to connect Midtown and Brighton Park in the future, which would then kind of open it up to be able to be on those non-30 or 35 mile per hour and lower roads.
That's right. You would be able to get from anywhere in Midtown to like our office in Nexton and Halls and Taco Boy and Pugins and all that, by going roads to get there that are all under 35.
I thought that too, but I looked up, maybe online it's wrong. Online it says Brighton Park Boulevard is 45 miles per hour. So that would mean that you can't go down Brighton
Which one's
Park.
Brighton Park Boulevard?
The one that goes to our office from.
No, it's not. It's actually 30.
Okay, well, good. If it's 30, that's great.
Because you remember when you and I were doing our golf cart tour of Nexton, we drove down that road for that one last stretch. And remember, I said, we're not breaking the law right now because it's under 35 right here.
Okay, perfect.
So if they do that bridge between Midtown and Nexton, you would be able to get now it ain't going to be the fastest route, but it won't be much more than what it is now. And then you could go through Brighton Park and come out right at like Harris Teeter. Yeah. And then cross there to get over. So really, it's not that big of a deal if that bridge is built.
I hope they don't do this, because then I have a bad feeling that Cane Bay will follow, and the golf carts will be shut down for Cane Bay too. But I think it's so established in Cane Bay that the residents just wouldn't have it. Like,
and the builders have been advertising that as golf cart paths forever. So I actually am less worried about it at Cane Bay than I am Nexton.
Yeah.
But so I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. Is it a rule that's meant to be broken? Do you know what I mean? Listen, I'm not saying that. Are they actually going to be patrolling it and writing tickets? We don't know yet. If we find out, we will tell you guys. I promise.
Yeah. Vic and Lori said it was a C-17. And then Ken says Brighton Park Boulevard is posted 30, but no one goes 30. It's more like 40 or 45. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, but Ken, that's a silly, honestly, I wish it would go up to 35 just so we could keep it golf cart legal. But you're right. But then again, I've seen Summerville PD has set up speed traps on that road quite a bit. They have a motorcycle officer that works that street quite a bit. So don't be blowing through there any more than about 35.
So based on that information, would you now say at this moment that Carnes is the most golf cartable community out of all the big ones? Or 100%. Would you still say Nexton is?
No, okay. So to get to the volume of stuff, so the most number of stores and restaurants, I believe that Carnes is at or better than Nexton. But for higher end restaurants, Carnes loses.
Yeah.
We've got chains here in Carnes, a couple nice chains, but there's no Pugins, Taco Boy hauls, those kind of things.
So right now, I would say Brighton Park is the most accessible,
Mm-hmm.
and then Carnes, and then Cane Bay.
That's not wrong. It's you're probably pretty close. I guess I would prefer. Well, for my family, we don't go to the nicer restaurants a lot because we're always on the fly. And so we really like having the Great Greek and the ramen and the faster, quick, casual stuff that we can get to easily. So that's why Carnes is good for us. But if you're looking for the nicer stuff, you're right. Brighton Park out of Nexton is the best.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you saw this. Last weekend, Jimmy John's opened over by you. So you got a new sub shop.
I heard it was open. I have not been there yet. I met Jimmy John once at a franchise show up in Chicago.
Is this a good story or a bad story? Hold on.
I met Jimmy John one time at a franchise show up in Chicago.
Let me get the mute button ready. Hold on.
Nope, I'm done. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
They have that. I don't know if they always have it, but they have this sandwich that's made of a pickle instead of bread. Have you ever seen that?
I have seen. I tried to make it at home. It didn't come out the same way.
So you would eat that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know that we can be partners anymore.
Especially like if you're on a low carb diet or something, pickle instead of bread.
I went as far as to try the cauliflower crust pizza. That's as far as I'm willing to take it.
Well, hey, if you guys haven't seen our tasting of the cauliflower sandwich that Jeff made me eat, it's back on the channel. Was it a short? I think it was a short, wasn't it?
It's probably on the Facebook page.
Yeah, that the look on my face was totally real, like
not staged. Did anybody ever try it? Jesus Chicken, Chick-fil-A came up with a cauliflower sandwich, and I'm like, oh, I've got to try this. And so I went and bought two, and I recorded us live trying it. And Mark looked like it's very rare to see Mark angry, but like that sandwich made him angry.
Call it the angry flour.
It was not good.
No, it was not. Not at all.
Jesus Chicken is supposed to be chicken, not Jesus cauliflower.
So can Del Webb legally get to the stuff?
So here's what, according to that report, it said including the path between Del Webb and Publix, basically. But then I heard from other people that path was created wider to be used specifically for golf carts. So my answer is I don't know yet. We haven't been able to get clarification on it yet.
So I went down there the other day, and there was like 5 golf carts still on the path.
Yeah.
And this is after all the stuff that I sent you. And I noticed Blue, what's the other road, not Midtown Road, but it has the light up. It's not active, but the traffic light is up now. I noticed today.
Oh, Blue Way, yeah. So Riley's good friend Caden lives over off of Blue Way, so we go over there all the time. Well, we used to before Riley was driving to drop her off. But I didn't know they were putting 2 red lights there.
I didn't either. I thought it was going to be later on, not right now,
Yeah.
and they were just going to do the one. But the other one is up now, so
that'll really. And big news in Carnes is I found out. I think I mentioned it last week that there's a red light going at First Avenue.
First Avenue. Which one's that?
So when you're coming from our office, the very first one is going to have a red light also.
Okay.
So the entrance past Gerald's is going to have a red light there next year, and then there'll be one up at 3rd, I think, which is where Northwoods is.
Wait, aren't they going to have to redo all those medians? Because the medians like block you from taking a left there.
Yeah. I don't know what chucklehead came up with these stupid medians. If you live here in Summerville, you know, because everybody hates them.
Yeah. They put some over here in Cane Bay now, too, on State Road, because they're redoing State Road. It's got to be almost ready. I hope that thing's open by January 1st. It was supposed to be open by Thanksgiving. But they put those stupid medians up over here, and now you got to go way down and turn around.
But they do. So I did notice they have had more paving being done on that stretch. I mean, they're getting a lot closer.
Yeah, I feel like all they got to do is do one little final coat in a couple areas and then stripe that thing, and it should be ready.
Yeah, it's getting really close. That'll make a huge deal because honestly, at 4:30, it stinks going from my house to your house.
Oh yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
Thielmans are on their way down to.
Hey, I was talking to Deb last week. Deb and I we had a little we had to work through some things. They're closing here real soon, and we had some last minute things pop up, and of course they popped up like 10 minutes before close of business the day before Thanksgiving. So I had like an attorney on this phone and Deb on this phone, but we got it all worked out, and they're making the drive from I think Minnesota right now.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, she said 0 degree temps. No, thank you.
Get here safe. It's going to be a great closing.
Yes. Let's hit on our listings real quick. We're back to 11 now.
All right.
We got rid of a few, and now we're back up there a little bit. I'm gonna hit the wrong button again. Okay, that'll work. So this is our newest one that just launched today, Robin's listing over here in Cane Bay on Dunswell Drive in Lockton. This is a monster, 3,600 square feet, 4 beds, 3.5 baths. It's on a wooded lot, and there's only a couple homes of new construction left, so this neighborhood's almost done. But this is a really great lot, a really great plan, and that one might go pretty quick.
So if you're a good breeder, a guy that really loves your wife often, and you got whole bunches of kids, that's 3,598 square feet. Think about that,
buddy. I just took the fair housing laws today. Be careful of what you're saying, okay?
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. I'll behave.
And then Talisha's got this one over in.
Let me fix that. Let me fix what I just did there.
Okay.
I'll see. Okay. If you're a guy that hates your wife and doesn't ever want to touch her, this is a good house for you also.
All right. You evened it out. Good job.
I did. I evened it out there. So it one cancels the other.
Yeah. Patterson Meadows has this one. Sharon wanted to buy this house just because it had the Christmas lights on it. She's like, this is a gorgeous looking house. They dropped that one 10,000 recently, so we're under 400 for a 2,200 square foot house, and this is only a couple years old, so that's a really good one. We still got this one. This is if you're renting right now, you really need to look at this house.
Seriously, new roof, new air, metal roof, generator.
Perfect.
I mean, it's a phenomenal house, and it's a ranch. It's a nice big yard. The backyard's private. If you're renting and you don't think about this, you're a bonehead.
This one's over in Cane Bay as well, Lindera Preserve. It's got a little bit of a pond lot. It's fenced and big screen porch for $430. This one's in your neighborhood, right, Carnes?
Yeah, that one's a great lot. So that's Craig's listing over there. The backyard is on a pathway, and so you're not backed up to other houses. You're backed up to woods, and the pathway goes beside the woods, and it goes directly over to the amenity center. So it's I would say it is a 5-minute walk probably to get from that house on a very nice path over to the pool and all the stuff.
It's definitely less than a Disney walk from one of the hotels over to the park, right?
Yes. Why you got to bring that up? My Riley is just beating the heck out of me. My kids are spoiled when it comes to vacations. We haven't been to Disney in like 8 months. I'm like, are you kidding me? I went to Disney once in my entire childhood.
I think my first Disney trip, I was 32 or something like that.
Yeah. Thank God you haven't become a Disney adult.
Yeah. Four Seasons has this awesome house. Super kept up. Fenced backyard on a berm lot. Like, I don't even think you can see the house behind you because the berm's so tall and built up. I love this house.
Remember the back porch on that one? That one's real pretty. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like if you're not that some of these other ones aren't, but I mean, move-in ready, ready to go.
Still have this one out in Hugie. If you want to be out of the, the run of everything, close to Mount Pleasant. So that is the back way to Mount Pleasant. Big house, double doors on the front, big, huge dining room. Guys got a pool table in there. Yeah. Super big yard, really big yard.
Yep.
And it's fenced as well.
Yeah, those are like, like half-acre lots out there, I think.
Yeah, pretty close. Then we got one in Monk's Corner. We got one in Cross, Cottageville, and the best kept 55-plus secret, as Lance would say. This is like a duplex almost, but it's big. It's 1,684 square feet. Really nice.
And really the only 55-plus down in North Charleston. So, a case could be – there's a lot of people that are living in 55-pluses and still working. If somebody was still working down closer to Charleston, this might be a great option for you.
Yeah, probably one of the best locations, being so close to, CSU and the hospital over there and the highway. Yeah. Super, super easy to get to. All right. Before we get too far, I wanted to bring up, so Del Webb has, I think it's 5 spec homes. Yeah, 5 spec homes. And most of the spec homes that they have usually are in the Scenic series, the smaller homes. Well, 4 out of the 5 are in the mid-series homes, so the distinctive.
Oh.
So I thought that was interesting. I thought they only have 1, but they got 5. And like this one is $63,000 in savings. The Scenic one is $15,000 in savings. So $486, under $650, $560 for the Prosperity. That's one of the more popular ones. A Mystique at $625. And a Mainstay at $625.
The Mystique and the Mainstay are 2 that they've turned into their experienced Del Webbs. Yeah. So if you come in and stay for 3 days, you stay in either the Mystique or the Mainstay. Those are becoming very popular models. And the other one that was up was there a Palmery available?
No Palmery. Prosperity. Oh, there is a Palmery.
Oh yeah. There's that Palmery. We've sold a whole bunch of that one too. Really, people really like that.
Yeah, and that one was $711. They must have a lot of upgrades in that one.
Yeah, I mean, it's the time of year was looking at $63,000 off.
Yeah,
I don't think we see this many with discounts like this in July.
Vicky and Lori says whoever buys the Palmery will be our neighbor. See, you got good neighbors already.
It's already said that right there, Vic and Lori, that they should increase the price of the house by $10,000 just because you get to live by them.
I agree. My cousin, hey, what's up, cousin Sean? Definitely come down. Would love to see you, man.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, what was Thanksgiving like on the cruise?
It was pretty average cruise day except for dinner. Although the towel animal. They did make us turkey, so that was cool.
I don't know if I've ever seen a towel animal turkey.
It was pretty spot on. I should have grabbed the picture. It was pretty spot on. And then you had different options for dinner for Thanksgiving type food. So I had pecan pie and turkey and gravy and all that stuff.
All right, good. They had that's cool because you could get the Thanksgiving dinner if you want. Listen, Reagan said something interesting. It's like, if Thanksgiving dinner's so good, why don't we have it more throughout the year? I'm like, well, that's a good point. I mean, it's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I told you, but I'd tell everybody. So we had a client in town last week, Dave, and Dave was in town by himself and didn't have any family here. And so I called him up and I'm like, Dave, listen, man, you ain't having dinner by yourself in your hotel. Come on over to Mama Gregg's house. We got loads of room. So Dave came over to dinner at my mother's house, and we realized that his dad was my parents' principal back in Butler, Pennsylvania, 70 or 50 years ago.
Yeah, it's funny.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, we almost broke out into a whole "It's a Small World After All" song in the middle of Thanksgiving dinner.
That is funny. Wait,
it was wild.
So he wasn't the same age as your parents, though, right? Like they didn't go to school together.
No. Dave's younger than my parents.
Yeah.
But yeah, our client's dad was my parents' principal up in
That is
Pennsylvania.
crazy.
Wow.
It really is a small world. The older we get, I feel like the small world.
Yep.
We got a comment from Mike and Mark and Jeff. This is Mike in Windsor Crossing, North Charleston, for almost a year. Shout out to Craig. He's very good. Also enjoy your show. You guys are amazing and hilarious. Thank you. Appreciate that, Mike.
Buddy. I was actually texting with Craig right before we got on here. He texted me and said he saw one of my neighbors at the grocery store in Publix here at Carnes and wanted his phone number. Apparently they're making friends and I'm not involved. He just needed the number from me, and now they're going to go be friends and I'm going to be out.
You're gonna be out.
No, that's a good neighbor. That's a good neighbor I have here in Carnes because his wife is a really good cook. And I'd say about every 2 weeks, she brings us over cookies.
Oh.
Yeah. And she knows how to cook.
Okay, that's all the content I had for tonight. We only got 3 minutes left anyways. Anybody have any last minute questions? Any last minute insight from you, Jeff? You want me to go way more?
No. We found something out that I wanted to share. So we're doing we just filmed it this week, kind of a State of the Union on Summer's Corner.
Oh yeah.
And so we talked a little bit about some of the things going on in Summer's Corner. We are still on track, we believe, for Horizons in April opening of the amenity center, which is going to be amazing. And then they're doing something over there in the non-55 plus sections that we didn't hear of before. And we actually went and drove by and saw them a little bit. They're doing drive unders. So an elevated house, because I think they had a little section of the area. Everything here is a flood zone. This is the Lowcountry. That's the name. It's called the Lowcountry. Everything is a flood zone. What we're looking for, and what the vast majority of our neighbors that we deal the most in, Del Webb and Four Seasons and Nexton and Carnes, is what's called an X flood zone. X flood zone is what you're looking for. If you do have a mortgage, you do not have to have flood insurance on your house. And so you're looking for the X flood zone. Mark and I both live in an X flood zone. Mark's in Cane Bay. I'm in Carnes. We choose to not have flood insurance on our houses. So I think it must be an A or an AE over there. And so instead of building houses that people would have potentially a high dollar flood insurance, they built these houses elevated. So you're still going to have flood insurance on the house, but it's going to be much less expensive because it's up off the ground. Yeah.
So they drive under, so that way only your car gets flooded out. No, I'm just kidding.
What was really weird was it's so odd driving down that road because you've got all these single families in a row that are ground level, and then boom, there's this 3-story monster.
Yeah, I'd hate to be right next door. I'd hate to be right next door to the big one, and you're the little one. You always feel like you're looking up. Like,
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that might be hard to sell that one. But what do you think? There was 15 or 20 of them probably?
Yeah, probably that.
So, and then we looked. They're building some of their most popular models that they have over there, all bigger homes. Just basically think of it up on stilts.
And a lot of them had the 2-story porches. So that would be kind of cool because you're a little bit higher up. You can probably see the whole neighborhood.
Oh, you got good sniper position up high there. You get your paintball out and light them kids up down the street.
Water balloons.
Totally. Get the big.
But so Friday, I think it is. Let me check our list. What is December 5th? Yeah, Friday is going to be the Summers Corner Horizons Amenity Center update video coming out Friday. And then we have a Nexton video coming out Sunday on our Livin Carolina channel next week. We are doing a video on Bluffton, Del Webb, the duets down there. Mm-hmm. So we kind of did an overview update last week on that channel. This week, we're going to talk about the new duets they have at Sun City. Man, that Sun City is massive, man.
Here's how big it is. Their final phase of new construction, I think it's the West Village, is under construction. How much was the amenity center, Mark?
It was like $58 million for the amenity center.
Yeah, huge. So it's going to be basically as many homes, and from the looks of it, looks like that's the smallest section of what they have. So the west section is the smallest of what they're building, and it's going to have as many homes as Del Webb in all of Nexton. So the big Del Webb that we have in Nexton is like a tenth, probably, of that neighborhood.
Yeah, that's pretty close because I think it's almost 12,000 homes.
A ninth. See, I did that math quick.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm not going to check it, but I think I'm in the ballpark. That's a cool neighborhood. If you and we sell down there too. We've got we can help you out down there. Between the North Myrtle new construction Del Webb, the one in Nexton, and the one down there at Sun City, we got you covered if you're a Del Webb person.
Yeah. Well, I think that wraps us up for tonight. Unless you have something else, sir.
No, I can't believe I'm having my kid's 16th birthday party this Saturday.
And she's already driving. One of them's already driving.
Yeah, it's just listen. I think I'm feeling old. My AARP, my wife's wearing reading glasses now. That's all right. I'm done.
Well, all right. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining. Again, thanks for inviting us into your homes. If you want more information, you want to have a chat on Zoom, we would love to do that. There'll be a little QR code you can scan. It'll be thrown up on your TV or on your device here at the end. And we'll see you next week.
See y'all.
Bye.